Are Hong Kong authorities likely to actually change tack if the vote doesn't go their way?
Well, it's both Hong Kong authorities and, of course, Beijing, because those are free elections and freer than ever, we can say, but it wouldn't have happened without Beijing's consent, of course. And until recent days, there was a question about those elections being either postponed or cancelled or delayed. And actually, they did take place. And as you said, the Hong Kong people did show a huge turnout, which has never been seen in such elections because they are local elections.
And as you were saying, the power obviously rests in Beijing. Does Carrie Lam have much wriggle room?
Well, it's very interesting because by doing so, Beijing keeps on playing it rather smart. Everyone was expecting Beijing to take a harder and harder line. Beijing's line is not soft. They have soldiers in Hong Kong which displayed their strength last week, but of course without repressing the population. They are behind the scene. Of course, they expressed their wish to have a quiet Hong Kong, but also to maintain the two systems, the system on mainland and the system in Hong Kong. And those elections just prove that at least Beijing keeps on with this line. We do not deny the fact that for another 30 years, Hong Kong will enjoy the one country, two systems rule. Then we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. But at least today, it's a display for Hong Kong that Beijing is still okay with what's happening and prefer this situation to a situation where repression should take place. And that will be very important to something which is key to Hong Kong, which is the financial markets. Remember, Alibaba will come to the stock market soon and in Hong Kong. And of course, that is very important to maintain the balance on Hong Kong financial markets. And tomorrow you'll see the stock market probably in a very positive mood.
And we're talking here about district council polls, which are usually not exactly high-profile elections.
Yes.
But will the outcome of this vote have a significant political impact, do you think?
Well, first of all, it's just like another demonstration, but a legal one. Because if you look at the turnout, this is equivalent to the number of people who were in the streets in the very early days of the protest. That's one. Second, they do have a direct and mechanical effect on the election because they are not voting today for the Legislative Council, which is the legislative tool to rule Hong Kong, part of it being appointed by Beijing or indirectly appointed by Beijing, and part of it being appointed by those people who were elected today. So the fact that the pro-democracy camp is winning, we don't know yet, but is probably winning a majority in those seats, even though the day-to-day business of those who would be elected is just looking at the cleaning of the streets and very mundane issues. But next, they will vote for the Legislative Council.